Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man.
Hey guys, and welcome to FilMonger, your number one source for all things films and movies. And it's been really interesting to look back at this year and the course of everything that's happened in the movie industry and kind of put together what has fully been going on. Or it's been interesting to see how the studios have chosen to move things around and push release dates and other types of production, as it's a pretty unprecedented event happening worldwide. But what's really unique to us is when movies were already struggling in their development, what a lot of these studios chose to do moving forward. For example, one movie that fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Star Wars universe might have been really excited for may finally be coming out in the future after years and years of development problems. And of course, we're talking about the movie Chaos Walking. Now, this movie is really interesting because it's a sci-fi adventure movie that was originally picked up to be made into a movie all the way back in 2011 for the pre-production phase. However, it wasn't until 2016, just a few months after Star Wars The Force Awakens, the first movie in the new trilogy of Star Wars movies, and Captain America Civil War, the first movie to introduce Tom Holland as Spider-Man, were finally released, that this movie, Chaos Walking, had a cast locked down. It's very clear Lionsgate, the production company that was developing this movie, wanted to capitalize on the new popularity found in these rather new actors. But what's really interesting is principal photography for this movie actually started all the way back in 2017 in Montreal, Quebec. And while this movie was set to have a release date for sometime in 2018, the movie never actually ended up seeing the light of day. And apparently this movie had some serious problems with it. Essentially, what a lot of studios will do is they will do early test screenings where a close to finished version of the movie or a pieced together version of the movie will be shown to a select amount of people, and then they have to do surveys and answer some questions on what they thought of the movie, which helps a studio get a better idea of how a movie will receive when it hits the general public. And since this movie allegedly did so badly, Lionsgate decided to push the release date back and work on doing some reshoots to change the movie and better adapt it from the book that it was based on, which would mean they would have to reshoot a lot of the film with Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland, the two main actors set to star in the movie. However, with actors such as Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland, they both had other deals that took precedent for shooting responsibilities and scheduling conflicts, as Tom Holland had to go into shooting for Spider-Man Far From Home, and Daisy Ridley would have to get ready to film Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, making these actors not available for the reshoots that the studio wanted to do until much later on. And Lionsgate went ahead and waited for these actors to be free so that Lionsgate could go and change up the story, mix things up, and do all of the reshoots that they wanted to pull the movie back together and hopefully have a better screening when the movie was set to release. And it actually seems like there was quite an extensive period of reshoots that were put into this movie, with more photography being done in April of 2019, lasting all the way through May, which is quite a large chunk of time to do film reshoots. But nonetheless, it seemed like Lionsgate was willing to pump more money into the movie, giving them an extra $15 million to the film's budget for the reshoots. And if this movie's seen delay after delay, it seems like through social media posts that have been posted online from the movie and the production studio themselves, they actually look like they are maybe on the brink of releasing a trailer potentially this week that will showcase the movie that will likely be released sometime in the near future. Right now, this movie is scheduled for release of January 22, 2021, which would be a very soon approach for a movie with stars like Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley. However, what's really unique about the situation is we wouldn't be too surprised if when we get this trailer sometime in the next week, they decide to push the movie back one more time, maybe going for a March release to try to allow as many people as possible to watch the movie. But it's probably going to be one of those movies that they want to put out before the next major Marvel movie to avoid having to compete with a movie, since these actors are already so well known, and it seems like the studio was trying to bank on that as much as they could. But this is really interesting. A lot of people thought this movie would be scrapped altogether and never actually see the light of day due to that poor reception, even with all the money that the studio was willing to put into it. If they didn't feel like they could even make a return, they might not want to put more money in for promotion of the film. But nonetheless, they were willing to go all in promoting the movie now with a brand new poster, a trailer later this week. And of course, we did see those reshoots that were pretty extensive, so hopefully the movie actually can turn into something that a lot of fans can get behind. But what do you think of this movie? Do you think it's going to be good? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?